Christina Kann.
And I'm Leela Hilton.
And this is Burn Before Reading, the podcast about shiterature.
Here we are to discuss the terrible writing we did when we were younger and some other cringy literary topics.
We're here. We're queer. Greer hates when I start any rhyme this way.
He has some trauma from being called queer.
Queer Greer.
Which, honestly, hilarious.
I know. Pretty good.
It's a pretty good one. Another one that I think is really funny is I don't know a guy. He's famous, but I heard about a podcaster whose name is Kyle, and in high school they used to call him Kryle because he was very emotional.
Okay, here's the thing. No matter how much you try to give your kid a name that can't be roasted, it just will.
It just will.
My brothers used to call me Christinka, as I may have mentioned on the podcast before, and it made me cry more than once.
That's pretty good.
What'd you get?
I didn't really get anything for my first or second name, but I got kids. I found out what Hyman was early on.
Yeah, for sure.
Or they'd be like, "Hi, man."
Would you mind closing the door so Penny doesn't get out?
Oh yeah.
The beast must contain the beast.
Oh my god, cringe.
Yeah, like no matter what, kids are gonna get roasted.
Yes.
My nephew's name is Percy. I mean, like, and kids are so dumb and sensitive. They can literally be like, "Oh, like Percy Jackson," and like you can do that until someone cries.
Yeah, and you're like, that's not actually even an insult.
I accidentally made one of my friends cry. In retrospect, it was like a xenophobic thing I was doing. But I had a friend in third grade whose last name was Hong, Hoang. Okay. And I just kept calling, I won't say her first name, but I just kept calling her like Hoang. And I just like kept doing it because that's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
And then she started crying and I was like, oh, I thought we were joking.
Oh shit. Oh no. I'm the villain.
I'm the villain. And obviously I was like, oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell.
I did also get like my best frenemy / first awakening Lauren Baker is the one who actually convinced me to drop the Claire.
I've stopped bleeping her name.
No way she listens to this.
Come to us, Lauren Baker.
Oh my God.
You're a secondary character.
I wouldn't know what to do. But she is the one who convinced me to drop the Claire because, you know, I went by Leela Claire all the way until middle school.
I do think it's really cute, but it implies prissiness. You know what I mean?
She told me that only Hicks have to have double names. I guess she didn't know any Catholics, so
yeah.
And so I was like, well,
you took that to heart. You were like, oh my God, owie.
You got it. No more of that. My mom was like, just like that? That's what I named you. And I was like, well, sorry.
I was Christina. I was Christy. I was Christine.
Christine is what gets me.
And I fucking hate a bitch named Christine these days. I mean, I know a couple nice ones, but
I don't know that many nice ones.
Something about the name just makes me see red. There's that Kiss song, Christine 16. Not a cool vibe.
Gross.
That's my cringe. Just kidding. A Kiss song that I last heard 20 years ago because I don't fuck with Kiss.
Yeah, I'm all good. I don't really need any Kiss.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are again. If you're watching the video, you can see we're in the same episode. We're in the same clothes as last week. That's because sometimes we do 2 for 1. 2 for 1 special.
Either that or we dirty.
Same exact outfit, same exact socks, same exact sitting position on the couch. Well, that's every episode.
Same exact way my hair dried. Same exact makeup.
Same exact everything. New edition computer front and center because I left my iPad at my mom's house. So we have this. I have a bulky old laptop, but I must remember to be humble because my ex-husband gave this to me for free and it still runs and we record every single podcast episode on it basically.
You know, so we'll take it.
We'll take it. Thank you, Sean.
Lenovo?
Is it?
I don't know. I was just asking.
I don't know.
Guessing.
No, it's an HP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a step up.
Yeah. I don't know. I love my college Lenovo, but I did get it serviced for free on campus. So
that's nice.
And I needed it constantly.
I got serviced for free on campus as well, but it was kind of a different thing.
I got serviced for free earlier today, baby.
That's what I was saying.
Wait, was that your joke too?
Yeah.
Oh,
I said it too dry.
You did say it really dry. I was like, oh yeah, she had a computer too. Leela, what has been cringing you out lately?
Nothing. So I'm gonna go with a throwback. Since we're talking about computers in college, hopefully I haven't told this story on the pod before. Time will tell. Historians, let us know. BBR historians, please let us know. Okay, so when I first started drinking in college, we've talked about this, like I was very sheltered. I really didn't drink at all in high school. And so I got to college and had no idea what my limits were, nothing. Sure. And
that's why I firmly believe that you should let your teenagers get away with a little bit of partying.
I think so too.
I think it's like it was very harmful for me also. My mom pulled me out of college and like I missed like a semester because I just like could not cope with the freedom.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't happen to me. But I mean, I didn't graduate with good grades, but I graduated. Anyway, I remember early on dating Jason. He lived in this shitty, like, what's the type of apartment? Oh, a studio apartment, but it was like a basement studio apartment.
Yeah, I hate those, but I've had sex in a lot of those.
The only window was like
up,
a tiny one, like way up there.
But like the window well.
Yeah. And that night we were so poor and we were like, well, we want to get drunk. And so he got a big old thing of orange soda.
Were you guys dating yet? Like official?
Yeah, I think so. And a thing of cheap, like horrible tequila. Probably like aristocrat tequila. Horrible. And
at least get vodka. Don't get no nasty ass tequila.
I guess because I was like, I kind of want like a tequila sunrise, and he was like, "This is probably the same," and I was like, "Sure,
it is not."
Which current Jason would never. He's like into mixology now.
I love when Jason comes over and I say, "Jason, can you please make us cocktails?" And I give him no further instructions. Yeah, and then he puts something beautiful in my hands.
He recently made an Earl Grey simple syrup.
You've told me this is the third time you've told me.
Sorry,
about this.
I can't stop thinking about it. And he made a blueberry one too. That was good. But anyway, so he proceeded to make me drinks that, and by the way, I probably weighed, I think this was my skinniest. I probably weighed like 135 pounds, like soaking wet.
Yeah.
And he would made me drinks that were half tequila, like just like a normal glass, right?
Like mimosa proportions.
Yes. So it was like half tequila, half orange soda.
Yeah. Okay. You burped when you said that, and I feel like that was like a deep tequila burp from olden
like from
days.
within.
That was like a primordial burp.
So bad. I blacked out.
Of course.
I have faint memories of spewing all over. I don't know why, but I stood up. I think probably I was trying to get to the bathroom, and it was a studio apartment. It wasn't far, but I spewed everywhere, and I just have memories of Jason chasing me, trying to get me to stop, and I was just spewing everywhere. I spewed all over his keyboard.
Oh,
like the piano, and messed it up. And
they're married and in love right now.
I spewed everywhere, and I remember it hitting the window. It was so high up, and I like exorcism.
Oh my God.
Yes. And the worst one was I spewed all over my MacBook, my nice MacBook that my grandparents got me for college. And let me tell you something.
I do not understand how there was this much mobility inside of you. Like, this is crazy.
There was
I've had this before with Haley, when she got so drunk at my house and like managed to barf like in drawers and
everywhere.
Stuff. And I'm like, why are you
just stay in one place?
Your body so much?
Just stay in one place.
God.
I don't know. There's this like wild rebellion or something that I don't know what happened, but it was everywhere. And the worst part is that, well, probably the worst part was Jason cleaning it up, but you know,
sure, nobody likes to be a burden.
But the other worst part was I had to bring my computer. Obviously, it did not work after that, my computer. I don't know if you know anything about Macs.
I just like shuddered thinking of the poor technician who's getting paid. At the time, minimum wage was $7.25.
Well, and think about, if you know anything about Apple products in liquid, mortal enemies. And it's like written into every like Apple products contract that like
is not,
they won't cover it, they won't fix it, and so, or they can't, I don't know, can't or won't, I don't know. And so I took it to the Apple store, and I had to come up with, my mom was with me, I was not 21, and she was like she was very strict, and she would not have been cool with that story. And so I had to come up with something else, and I was
spilled
like,
a smoothie.
I said I spilled a glass of orange juice because I was like,
It's mostly orange juice in there.
Yeah, and instead it was like, you know, the most acidic thing you could. It was basically battery acid all over the laptop. And they were like, yeah, man, this isn't gonna fix. And it was dead. And
then what?
And I had to, what did I do? I didn't have a laptop for a while. I think I got like a used Mac after that, and I made it work. But
and that's when you like could have a college. It was hard. Everyone had laptops, but you could have a college career going to the computer lab.
It would have been a pain in the ass, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's my cringe. I'll never
that is
forget.
Real cringe.
Yeah,
That's
and
real cringe.
yes, R.I.P. to those technicians. I definitely cleaned it up the best I could, but
I watched this. As I mentioned in our last episode, I've been getting back into Reels lately. I downloaded Instagram again because it's been hard for me to not have it. And I also still aspire to be a published author someday. I also already am, and I just always forget that.
yeah.
But I aspire to be like a novelist, and I'm like, I have to be online somewhere.
Yeah.
But I saw this reel, and I think this is a good idea, and you should put this away for when you have kids, of a mom who's like has emetophobia, fear of vomiting. She was doing barf drills with her kids, being like, okay, like get in bed. Okay, you have to barf. What do you do? Go to the bathroom. And the kid's like running. And she opens the lid and is like, both lids, both, go. like, don't come get me. Don't say anything. Run. Okay, you can't get to the bathroom. What do you do? Trash can. Like,
yes.
So these kids, when they wake up, you're not going to get no, Mom, I don't feel in the middle of the night, which I definitely did as a kid. I have one of my earliest memories is me going to my mom and saying, I don't feel good. And she says, are you going to throw up? And I say, yes. She takes me to the bathroom and is like, okay, here you go. And I'm like, oh, good. Here's the tile floor for me to barf on. And I barfed on purpose on the floor because I thought that's what she was talking about. And she was like, no, the toilet. So moms, run barf drills with your kids.
That's
okay?
a great idea.
I think it is too. Why the hell not?
I have a memory of me barfing into my mom's hands. And then I think that's the end of the barf talk, actually.
That reminds me of me and Sean, my ex-husband, had just bought our house and it had carpeted upstairs. And Brooke brought her wonderful, amazing senior dog Tank, a pug with one eye, to our house. And he was generally a very well-behaved dog, but he was upstairs and she saw him starting to shit on our brand new carpet. And she just stuck her hand out.
Oh my God.
She was like, this is how much I love you. And I was like, thank you.
Wow.
That bitch was born to be a mom.
I was gonna say, geez, I don't know that I'm there. I don't know that I'm there.
Get there quick. We can run shit in your hand drills if you want.
I'll think about it.
In college, well, you said no more barf talk.
Okay, one more.
Well, this can be my cringe because I didn't have one.
Okay.
Well, it's not even mine. It's my friend. I've not been a big barfer. I'm not a big drinking barfer. I mean, of course it's happened.
Sure.
But like, I'm not a big, I generally haven't done it a ton. And there's some people who just barf. Like Greer barfs all the time. And it's just like part of his process. And he's like, we're like chit-chatting. He's like, yeah, I still got kind of a headache from yesterday. And he's like, I think I'll go barf real quick. And I'm like,
excuse me?
All right.
That would derail my day. Like, that would ruin my day.
And then he comes back and he's like, ready for some coffee. And I'm like, okay.
Whoa. Yeah.
Everyone's different. But in college, my old roommate Alexis was a bit of a barfer. She also drank a lot more heavily than me. She had like older siblings. She had already been a drinker before we got to college. And she was a barfer. And she was just kind of a wild girl. And she had this thing that she called the secret throw up. And it was like half joke, half real. We would joke about it, but then it really happened sometimes. We would joke about secret throw. We'd be at a party and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take a little secret throw up. And we would joke. She would like take somebody's hat off their head and go like, bleh, and then put it back on their head. Total joke. No barf there.
Okay, great.
But then sometimes at parties, and I would see her do this, she'd be like standing talking to a group of guys and she had nice big titties and I'm like, they all want to smash, and she's like, yeah. Looks over her shoulder. We smoked cigarettes, so we spat a lot back then. Looks over her shoulder. I saw this happen once. Barfs into the bushes right in front of them. Nobody notices a thing. She turns around and keeps talking, keeps sipping her beer. Secret throw up. It's kind of not a cringe. It's actually kind of a huge brag.
It's really nasty, but it's nasty in the way that we were all disgusting, dirty girls back then.
Yes. And like, it was almost never somewhere like very inappropriate.
Yeah.
You know, like secret throw up was, we were almost always outside. You know, it was like warm year round in Norfolk.
Yeah.
And Yeah, just a little bit of secret throw up in the bushes. Off in a bush. Off in a bush. So shout out to Alexis. I love you.
Yeah. Miss you, Alexis.
Miss you. So Leela, for today, I have 3 choices for you.
Oh, wow. Okay. 3 choices.
We are going to start one of my novels. And they all have different things to talk about. They're all from very different parts of my life. And they're all like super different. I'm just going to give you the titles and we're going to get to all of them eventually. Should we read The Last Ginger, Cassie Flying Through the Woods, or insert your own title here?
Ooh.
Dealer's choice. And we will be reading whatever this is for the rest of the year.
Okay. I'm gonna go with insert title here. It's giving cheeky 2011.
Okay. It was
Earlier.
Yes, I wrote this in high school.
Okay.
I graduated in 2009. I would put this at 2007 maybe.
Okay.
2006 perhaps. And we've talked about this before, about how like in high school I was having basically the exact same experience as everyone else, but I thought that it was the first time anyone had ever done these things, thought these thoughts, had these feelings. And I was like, I'm going to write a novelization of my life because this year has been so crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so many characters and like a lot of like inside jokes that I just wanted to like write down because they were so funny. I got to let everyone know, you know?
Yeah.
So insert your own title here was going to be the name of the book. And it is a novelization of my high school experience, probably 10th grade, maybe 11th grade. And it is 239 pages long.
Wow.
The Last Ginger was longer. Cassie was shorter. So you picked, and also in the time period, Cassie was earlier, Last Ginger was later. You picked right down the middle.
Okay.
So stop me whenever you want to. I'm just going to start.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any questions.
All right. Is this one eventually that I can also read?
Should we?
What do you think would be best for this format?
Should we do page by page? It's like a novel. Let's do it. Let's do page by page.
Okay.
Ish.
Okay. You definitely start though.
Oh, I will. This is my work. I wish I knew how old this was, but everything I put it on Drive at a certain time, you know? And so like the dates are nothing. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna, let's see if there's details in here about my life that will help me hone in. Might be, I would say anywhere from, well, but this was before I started dating Ari. I would give this 9th or 10th grade.
Okay.
So 2005 or 6. Yep. Okay. And again, not to be this way, but like it's written well. It's the stuff that's in here that's going to be goofy.
Got it. Okay.
Set the scene. Wait, I mean silence. I mean pause for dramatic effect. Isabel is crying. I can hear her in the bathroom stall. She and I are the only ones in the bathroom, and I'm almost positive that she's not aware that I'm here. She heaves another distressing, dry sob from behind the closed door and then blows her nose. I stand, my hands hovering over the sink, ready to wash the paint off of them, but not wanting to startle Isabel with the sudden sounds of water. I wait another moment to see if she's planning on coming out. It's the middle of the period. What could have made Isabel cry in her English class? There are no preppies or stoners in the class. She likes her teacher a lot. She has a consistent A average and she enjoys the work. So what's wrong? It's that she's crying in the bathroom that bothers me. I wonder if she's doing anything. What do you think I mean there?
Like throwing up?
Throwing up.
Wow, theme.
But no. Oh, yeah, it's a puke episode. We're going to need a trigger warning for this one. But no, it's only 3rd period. She hasn't had lunch yet and she never eats breakfast. I'm pretty sure that I don't have to worry about her doing that sort of stuff, but just in case, before I make my presence known to her, I edge over a bit and look at her stall's reflection in the mirror. The door isn't closed all the way and I can see Isabel through...
Oh my God.
We do have to wait. Usually gets resolved pretty quickly on this street. Wow. That's a loud one too. That might be in the back lot. Never has my car alarm ever gone off. Is something wrong with my car?
That's never happened to me either. Except for like
If you fuck up the keys.
yeah, or like when I get really desperate in the grocery store parking lot and I'm like, where is it?
Oh.
And I do the panic.
I've seen people in movies. Maybe this is just a movie thing. I forget what movie this is, but someone was like talking shit to someone in a car, and they were like talking shit back, and they like pressed really hard on the hood of their car to like activate the alarm. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that in lots of movies, and I've never witnessed that actually happening.
Yeah. The door isn't closed all the way, and I can see Isabel through the small crack, sitting on the closed toilet. I've always thought that Isabel is the most beautiful person in the world. Gay. Okay, so here's a good... Well, hold on. I'll read this paragraph, and then I'll tell you. She has long, shiny, thick brown hair with a perfect wave to it, and she always wears it down and flowing. Her features are petite and dainty. Her nose is small and elegant, and her lips are full and rosy pink. She said straightly. She has big brown puppy dog eyes that seem to be capable of expressing all her emotions at once. She is short and skinny with womanly curves and willowy limbs. So every single character in this will be based on a real person that I was friends with.
Yep.
This was my friend Ariel.
Okay.
I think we called her Ari sometimes. She and I were friends for sure, but she was like tighter with my friends than she was with me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure, and again, I'm just so elderly, I'm pretty sure she dated my best friend Laura.
Okay.
So she was bi.
Okay.
I think Laura's just been, not only is her sexuality a spectrum, it changes every year. She's been straight, she's been gay, she's been everything in between. So looking back, Ariel is definitely one of those people that for me, I liked in a gay way.
Makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
So I opened my novel with her. I'm worried about her. I'm describing how beautiful she is. I give her the prettiest name, Isabel.
Yes.
Which I was obsessed with that name. So, any thoughts? Well, here's the last line of the first page.
Okay.
Isabel sniffs and wipes her eyes with her hand, still not looking up at my reflection in the mirror. I reach over and knock lightly on her stall door. Isabel? Okay. Now, do you have any thoughts about the first page?
No, I feel like we've covered it all.
Mm-hmm. Gaily. Bulimia Gaily.
Beautiful name for a girl.
It sounds like a magazine.
Yeah.
Instead of like daily, it's like Gaily. You can do whatever you want. I recommend against trying to do voices because there will be too many characters.
Okay, good to know.
But like try whatever you want.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
We'll do page by page, just, wherever. When you get to the end of the page, just try to, finish the paragraph or whatever. There you go.
I hear Isabel hold her breath, waiting, trying to figure out who is interrupting her and deciding whether or not they'll just make things worse. Why are you crying? I ask. Melissa? Isabel stands up swiftly and swings open the stall door.
I went through a phase of like thinking I should be named Melissa, which that wouldn't be my first pick anymore. I do still think I kind of look like a Melissa.
Maybe a little.
Something about like a blonde ass bitch with glasses.
Yeah.
So yeah, I named myself that because I was like, hell yeah.
Okay. What are you doing here? Isabel, I say, are you like... I pretend to vomit, which Ethan normally does for laughs, but this time I know it's not funny.
I'm pretty sure Ethan is David Nix.
Okay.
Former guest of the pod, who was my 8th to 10th grade boyfriend, who I kissed 3 times during that time.
And he's famously hilarious.
Famously living his best gay life right now.
Yes, as we love. No, Isabel says seriously. I promise it's nothing like that. Are you sure? I ask. Isabel nods her head and uncharacteristically wipes her nose on the sleeve of her big dark green sweatshirt.
That's a pet peeve of mine, nodding your head. Tell me one other thing you can nod.
What do you mean one other thing you could nod?
You don't have to say nods her head. Just say nods.
Oh, just nods.
Just,
okay.
She nods.
Yes. Okay. I see what you mean. It's nothing, she says, going over to the sink to wash her hands.
Classic teenage girl. It's nothing.
It's not nothing, I press.
Okay.
I pull a wad of paper towels from the wall and try to get all the paint off of my hands.
Classic Melissa. Always covered in paint.
Dirty hippie.
All of my characters, all of my self-inserts were always art girls.
Makes sense. You're sobbing in the bathroom during your English class. I mean, as often as that may happen in your world, it never means that nothing's wrong.
So true.
Has it happened that often? No, not once. Come on, tell me what's going on. Isabel shrugs and turns around to face me, leaning against the low sink. Then she looks woefully down at the floor and sniffs again. You can't tell anyone, Melissa. I'll tell everyone when I feel like it. Okay, I agree.
Oh my God. See, a total self-insert. She reacts exactly like I would.
I agree automatically. Confused. A fresh tear trickles from Isabel's eye. She wipes it away and begins shuddering as the crying returns.
No, I do know that feeling though, when you've been crying so hard that it like doesn't leave your body. You know what I mean?
Like just stuck in there.
Greer in the last couple months for the first time saw me cry.
Ooh, yeah.
Like really like sobbing,
like when your body's racked.
Racked with sobs.
Yeah.
And like he's not a big crier. I mean, he's a dude, whatever.
Yeah.
And like the fact that I had like aftershocks for like the whole rest of the night like really confused and upset him.
Yeah.
Because you know, like you'll just be hanging out after crying and you'll be like and so now this happened today. Anytime I take a too big breath, he's like, are you like sometimes you just need to remind your lungs that what their full capacity is. So I'm just laying watching Harry Potter being like and he's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I wasn't secretly sobbing earlier. It's just regular.
It took Jason a long time to get used to that too, to the aftershock. Like,
yeah.
To the point that like now I use it to not manipulatively, but like
it sounds, if you use it at all, it sounds manipulative.
Like he'll just be like, he'll disagree with something, and like, and instead of me being like, okay, I'll be like,
oh my God, I could fucking slap you.
And he's like, wait, what? Oh, you're just kidding. And I'm like, you're learning, baby. You're learning. Okay.
All right. If it's a joke, that's
no,
fine.
it's taken him a long time though. He's like, oh my God, it's happening again.
It's happening.
It's like, first of all, that's an aftershock. It's not how I start crying.
His life flashes before his eyes.
Yeah.
His wife flashes before his eyes.
Me, yeah, I do be flashing all the time too. I'll just be like,
oh, I did that today too.
Okay. She wipes it away and begins shuddering as the crying returns.
Sure.
I'm moving.
Wait.
Bitch again?
Wait, what? Oh, Javay and Jazz's confession. Dude, nothing will wreck a friend group more than somebody moving.
She bursts into tears.
It was like
again.
my worst nightmare that someone would move.
Yeah. It reminds me of a really stupid movie that you probably don't. I think it was a DCOM, or maybe it was a Nickelodeon original movie.
An NCOM.
Called Max Keeble's Big Move.
Oh, I remember the name for sure.
Yeah, and it was like, we're moving, and
yes.
then he does a bunch of crazy stuff, and because he thinks he'll never see those people again.
Oh my God, and then he stays.
Yeah, and then the parents are like, guess what, honey, we're not moving. We're not moving.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure I watched that when it came out. Well, okay, so
anyway,
my friends were like the only thing that mattered to me at this time, and like my greatest fear, like I mentioned, was that someone would move away. And I don't remember like when I wrote this exactly, but like one of my best friends did move away. I think in 9th grade. My best friend Marilyn was from Australia, and her dad worked for not the State Department, that's the US. He worked for the World Bank, I think. And so his job brought him over here for like 4 years, just long enough to make a best friend, and then they moved back to Australia.
Whoa, yeah, that's a
never
huge
to be seen
move.
again. Never to be seen again. So if I wrote this after she left, that might have really traumatized me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That is too far to ever see her again, really. And I
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's your turn.
Do you know how the touchpad works?
Yeah.
Okay. Just in case you wanted to do it that way. Woo. Classic moving. Okay. The words don't quite compute. Moving, I repeat, like your house? Isabel nods and hides her face in her hands again. Stupid question, I guess. To where? Hopefully somewhere nearby. I'm trying to differentiate what's dialogue and what's not with a little added pep to the dialogue. Isabel sighs miserably, her tears slowing. North Carolina. Okay, first of all, I grew up in Virginia, which is one state away from North Carolina. It borders North Carolina. This ain't no Australia.
It's not Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, but when you can't drive, you can't drive.
Yeah, then that's it.
Yeah. I want to scream. I want to throw something. I want to hug Isabel despite her lack of substance. She's skinny. I don't, though. I'm always the cool, relaxed one in our group. I can't react to things like everyone else can without someone making a big deal out of it. Okay. This is the opposite of how I was. I was a huge reactor, and everyone was really used to me constantly freaking out about stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. But Melissa, she's cool.
She's calm, cool, and collected.
If I react, people make a big deal out of it. Why, I ask? Is it because of him? I don't remember what this is about. Isabel nods and buries her face in his hands. Oh, wait, in her hands, sorry. What? I exclaim. He followed you here? Why the hell is he so interested? I look down at Isabel's shuddering body and am suddenly overcome with such pity that I can feel it with every particle of my existence. I gently pat Isabel's shoulder, the most affectionate gesture I can come up with, and assure her, I'm sure they won't let him follow you to North Carolina, Isabel. I swear. I'm sure of it. First of all, him and he is italicized every time.
Okay. God.
It kind of is reminding me of I recently watched Tim Curry's It for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they're just talking about it. They're like the monster, it. But every line they're like, what if it sees us?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we all know that
We
the name
know
of the
that's his
movie is
name.
It. Yeah.
They were really worried because it is a confusing name.
I forgot that was going to be my cringe for the week. Is learning that there is a children gangbang scene in the book.
Yeah, that's insane. No,
when we were watching the movie, Guru was like, they gangbang after this in the book.
That's
and
like every dude's like favorite fun fact.
I was
about
like,
him.
unfortunately, that is really par for the course with Stephen King. I've read a lot of his stuff. He's not afraid. And I googled it a lot, and I was like, yep. I get as a writer why you would do this, but I just wish you hadn't.
Yeah, everyone always talks about like, all these cocaine fueled novels, and I don't think they're all cocaine fueled, but
no, but a lot of the
that
good
one
ones
was.
Yeah. So I think I don't know if this is a memory or if I'm like extrapolating this, if I'm making up this memory from this. I do feel like Ariel had a stalker, maybe an ex-boyfriend.
That's scary.
I don't know how much was real, how much was misrepresented. Could have been a super serious, super real situation. Could have been played up, for attention. We were all like that at the time, kind of, you know. Isabel looks up at me, her mascara smudged around her eyes. Okay, where else would it be smudged? Her mascara smudged across her ass. How can anyone be sure of that? Well, because I just said he followed you here. Well, I promise he won't follow you to the next place.
Yeah.
How? You're
Why
14.
do you know?
Isabel sounds so pathetic. I need to stop. Pity and pathetic is like not a cute
nice.
way. Yeah. Isabel sounds so pathetic that I throw my arms around her before I realize what I'm doing. Okay, so Melissa, not a hugger. Not me either.
Mm-hmm.
She hesitates a moment, then hugs me back. Thanks, she says, like she's surprised by my display of emotion. Affection, but whatever. It'll be okay, I tell her, taking a step back. I promise. Isabel nods, then slides down against the wall. It just sucks, she asked, her voice losing its sorrowful monotone as it grows stronger with defiance. I sit down next to her on the dirty bathroom floor and hand her a paper towel, and she begins wiping the dark makeup from around her eyes. I mean, I just got here. Oh, yeah. Because she was a new kid at some point.
Okay.
I just got here. And y'all are like the only friends I've ever had who haven't like abandoned me or anything. I don't want to have to lose you guys. Okay. You won't.
You won't, I assure her. Even a whole state away, you'll still be one of my best friends. Isabel looks up at me, thanking me with her eyes for not cracking jokes or being sarcastic.
That's so Melissa. Honestly, okay, if you moved to North Carolina, I'd be sad because you and I talk a lot. We hang out a lot. But if a different friend moved to North Carolina, I'd be like, hell yeah, someone to visit in North Carolina.
Yeah.
It is not that far. I can go there. I mean, I drive now.
Yes, to say, as an adult, it's a lot different.
Yeah. I also didn't know that trains were a thing back then.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody traveled by train back then.
No.
I love to train these days.
Isabel looks up at me, thanking me with her eyes for not cracking jokes or being sarcastic. She hugs me, and I hug her back as if she's leaving tomorrow. I hear the sound of heels on the tile.
Uh-oh.
And that sounds like a bitch.
Sounds like a bitch coming.
And then comes Catherine Beale's voice. Goddamned lesbians.
Oh my God. The worst diss in the world. On par with slut. The worst thing you can be is a slutty lesbian.
A lesbian slut, yeah. After a moment, the voice is followed by Catherine herself, who comes in and glares at Isabel and I as she stalks over to the mirror.
None of the cool girls in my high school wore heels to school, really. Unless there was some kind of event.
Yeah.
They're not just out here wearing heels.
Yeah, life wasn't Mean Girls.
Yeah. They were wearing like running shoes. They were all athletic.
I did, but it's different.
Wear heels?
Yeah.
It's different for you. I definitely dabbled a little bit, but it wasn't like a prep thing.
No, it wasn't. Prep's dressed like American Eagle and like Hollister.
Yeah.
Okay. After a moment, I want to be in the bathroom a whole lot less. Isabel and I leave Catherine to her bathroom. It's her bathroom. And
I'll just leave you to your bathroom.
I'll leave you to her bathroom. And I walk her back to her English class and then return to the art department. Ethan is waiting expectantly, painting the same canvas red over and over again, like I left him a few minutes ago when I first left for the bathroom.
Ethan.
What the hell took you so long? He asks, his arm still moving robotically over the canvas.
Wait, why is that such a funny image?
I'm not good at this pad.
Girl, okay. Here's what you do. 2 fingers, down. It goes slow. Down. You try.
Okay.
There you go.
Moving.
I think it's...
Okay.
Oh, yeah, here it is. What the hell took so long?
Oh, God. I found Isabel in the bathroom. Oh, Ethan says. Was she like... He imitates vomiting and grins a bit.
Hilarious.
So funny.
He's a real goofball.
I want to ridicule him, but I know he can't help it.
Well, I mean, okay. My friend David, was always a big jokester, and he always used it as a defense mechanism. I think we talked about in his episode fucking 2 years ago now, Valentine's Day 2024.
Yeah.
About how the first time we ever made out was and this was my boyfriend, was during Truth or Dare. And I had braces and everyone was looking at us and it was so uncomfortable. And as soon as we broke apart, he said, I think my mouth is bleeding. He always went for the laugh to deflect from like anything real.
It makes sense. I can relate.
Yeah. Cause his family was not.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our emotional processing. No.
Yeah. Okay. No, I say not that this time. Don't imply she does that. Okay.
I think she did though.
Oh.
I think that is what they're
That's
implying.
the implication.
I think that she does do that.
But then earlier she was like, I don't think she would do something like that
anymore.
Okay.
I think it was a problem.
A
lot of bulimia in high school.
I tell Ethan about Isabel.
Oh. She just said don't tell anyone. That's so Melissa.
I know she won't mind.
I mean, okay, it depends on if Melissa and Ethan are dating, because if you tell me a secret, I am telling my man, and like I'm not going to ask special permission for that.
Yeah. So, okay, I think that's the case, because then it says it's common knowledge in our group that when I promise to keep something a secret, that doesn't mean from Ethan. I tell Ethan everything. We know every detail about each other's lives, to the point of him remembering things about my family and past that I can't even bring to mind.
Okay, I feel like they might still not be dating.
Yeah, I guess.
TBD. Ethan raises his eyebrows and sits back on his stool, finally setting down his paintbrush. Wow, he utters. Yeah, I say, it's no bueno. I don't speak Spanish, Ethan says, but what's the deal?
Ethan.
That's so funny. Isabel just got here. Why does she have to leave again? She moved here to get away from him. A moment passes, and then a realization spreads across Ethan's face. Is that why she's leaving again? I look up at him and nod, growing intensely resentful. Yes, it is, I say fiercely. It's all because of him.
Oh my God.
Ethan reaches over to give me a quick hug, which I tentatively accept. This bitch cannot hug. You okay? He asks me. No. Sure. Ethan nods, then picks up his paintbrush again. Our art teacher gestures for me to get working, and I grab the tube of red paint from Ethan. He says, this just about ruins my Christmas. It blows big time, right? Blows like a mother. After class, Ethan and I hang out in the language department, listening to a German teacher lecture some poor student in German about the importance of das Lehrbuch, or the textbook. A few of our mutual friends pass by, and then Daniel Keaton comes tumbling into the hall. I wonder who this is. Okay. I wonder who Daniel Keaton is. Oh my God.
Daniel looks around the department and then spots me and runs over. Melissa, he says, panting. I pat him on the head. Take a chill pill there, Daniel. So mean.
Do you remember in Bob's Burgers when they're like, she can't take a chill pill because she has a congenital heart condition?
Oh, I will take a chill pill. Every day.
Oh, yeah. Because my congenital heart condition.
Yeah. Daniel ignores me, clears his throat.
Okay, great.
Yay, grammar.
We love finding the occasional
Daniel ignores
error.
me, clears his throat.
Like his name is Daniel Ignores Me.
Yeah. Have you seen Mallory today?
Okay, I know who Daniel is.
Okay, who's Daniel?
This is a guess, but I think Mallory is probably Marilyn, the friend who moved to Australia. The Australian friend who moved from Australia.
Okay.
And then to Australia.
Okay.
Stop, baby. It might mess up the
Okay.
audio. And then so I think Daniel is going to be her boyfriend,
Okay.
Stefan.
Okay.
Sorry, this is so many names. None of these characters matter. The only thing about him is that he was Canadian. Did not come up at all. Did not have an accent. We made so much fun of him for it.
I get
and
it.
he was a cyclist.
A cyclist.
Yes, he biked all the time, and we sometimes saw him in his little tight bike shorts. And this is the era of the 47-inch inseam on men's shorts.
Oh, yes.
They went below the knee. And so seeing him in those just once a year, we saw a photo of him in them, and like, God, that was so funny.
Because he's just a teenage cyclist,
And
baby.
then after him and Marilyn broke up, I decided I had a crush on him because none of these feelings were ever real. I was just like, I've decided.
Yeah.
And I always made boys so uncomfortable with my like intense crushes. And he was like, obviously not at all interested. And I was like, why not? That can't be right.
Okay, Daniel ignores me, clears his throat. Have you seen
It's funny every time.
Have you seen Mallory today? Yeah. Silence. When? He persists. I've seen her before every class except this one. What? Didn't she meet you for the second half of break?
What? I bet Mallory's moving too.
Oh no.
Every book, everyone is moving.
Ethan leans, grabs the sleeve of my shirt, and hisses into my ear. Mallory hung out with us for the whole break today. Oh, yeah. I look up to Daniel, who is dancing anxiously.
I love Daniel, actually.
Mallory hung out with us for the whole break today. Guess we're just better loved.
Okay, we used to have, I
I'm
think
confused, I think.
we used to have like maybe like 7 minutes in between classes. And our break, I think, was 15 minutes. It is like not a break.
Yeah. Okay.
And our school was a 1/4 mile long. So if you had to get from one end to the other between classes, you could not go to your locker. You had to run.
Yeah,
It was really crazy.
Mine was an outdoor style campus, so it was like really spread out.
That's rough.
Yeah, they were really into building those in Virginia in like the 60s.
That sucks.
Sucks because the weather is not usually great here.
Classic Forks High School.
Yeah, like
who
for
made
what
this an
reason?
outside school?
I watched Daniel do his little worry dance for a minute.
So cute.
What's the matter? Daniel finally stops moving and leans against the wall, trying to emulate our nonchalance. Just haven't seen her today. I was wondering where she was. She's fine, I tell him. Who the fuck is Mallory?
I think Mallory's Marilyn, my best friend.
Okay, we haven't met her yet.
No, but so Daniel's her boyfriend who like I wasn't tight with.
Okay. I know she's fine, Daniel says. I just wanted to see my girlfriend, okay? He looks me over a minute, thinking, and then leaves.
Okay, great.
Oh, and then one more paragraph. All of a sudden, Daniel's head pokes back through he doors. And he calls to me, if you see Mallory, tell her I'm looking for her. And tell me if you see her. And tell her to come find me. He leaves the language department again. And this time he doesn't come back. Okay, now you're up.
We'll try to get to a stopping point. Oh. Well, there's a stopping point right here. Do you want to read a little bit further, or let's see how long we've been recording?
Oh, great.
We've been recording for about 35 minutes. So you cool to do another couple pages?
Let's do a couple more, yeah.
I turned to Ethan. What the hell was that? Ethan shrugs. It must be a Canadian thing. I told you. It came up all the time for someone who just was an American citizen with no accent.
Loser. Yeah.
Okay, section break.
Whoa.
New time, place, or vibe.
Okay.
Maybe all three. Knock, knock, knock. I didn't answer. It came again. Melissa, Dad shouted, if you ignore me again, I swear to God, your punishment will be doubled. Lot of conversations like this with my parents back then. Oof. A lot of doubling punishments.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, my God. 9 years old. I was lying on the floor of my room, stuck for a whole nother hour until I was allowed to come out, unless I apologized to my mother first. We're in a flashback.
I see.
Well, I didn't want to apologize. I wasn't sorry. Her interior decorator, in my opinion, fully deserved all that sass I gave him. Okay, spoiled little rich girl.
Yeah.
My mom did have interior decorators. He must have been the effing gayest man on the planet.
Oh, boy.
And he was trying to redecorate my beloved game room in the basement with frilly gold furniture and burgundy walls. Okay.
All right.
We had a playroom, like a toy room.
Yeah, not the sex kind.
Yeah, we had a children's toy room,
Got
SpongeBob on the wall, computer desk.
Fun.
We had a pool table room. We had a media and gaming room. So I don't know which room I'm talking about. Who would want a burgundy game room? Also, this is mean to my mom because she painted. I know this is like a fictional story, but they just all were about me. My mom painted our game room, I think, like fun purple. Our playroom. It wasn't even a decent red burgundy. It was much more brown. I tried pointing out to him that brown would clash with the air hockey table and the television, and then he suggested to Mom that she take the table and the television out of the room. We did not have an air hockey table. We had knock hockey. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's the same principle as like any hockey, but it is like wood. It's like smaller, maybe the size of like it's so small. It's the size of like two school desks,
okay,
like put together, and you're just like hockeying back and forth with like these tiny little paddles. It's really cute.
Is it still air? Like, is air coming out?
No.
Okay.
It's just like plastic gliding over wood. It's really loud.
Got it. Clack, clack, clack.
Yeah. We had one of those. Not an air hockey table. That's expensive. He suggested to Mom that she take the table and the television out of the room. So Mom asked me what I thought. So I told the man off. So I was stuck in my room. God, what? I called through the door. Dad paused. I knew he was considering whether to chastise me about speaking to him disrespectfully or not, but he thought better of it. Your mother wants me to tell you to take a shower while you're in there, hun. Oh my God. This is real. This is based on a real story.
Okay.
This is based on... Okay. This is based on a real story. Why would I write this down?
Because you were so unique.
Yeah, because this is the most dumbass fucking thing that's about to happen. Read it. Read it and wait.
Take a shower. Who the hell were they to tell me when to take a shower?
Okay, obviously you smell bad.
Yeah. I'd had one last night and I didn't need another one so soon. Gabriel and Emma only had to bathe every other night. Why couldn't I?
I turned Ryan into a girl. My baby's brother has become a girl.
Melissa, my dad shouted. What? Dad tried to open my door. I'm turning you to Jocelyn. Let me stop. What?
I want someone to stretch out my name like that. Jocelyn.
Dad tried to open my door, but it was locked. He also thought better of asking me to unlock it. Answer me when I speak to you. Take a shower. Fine. God, just go away. I didn't hear anything else for a moment, so I called out, Dad?
Why aren't you still paying attention to me?
There was no reply. I rolled my eyes and stood up. I didn't want to effing shower.
I was too scared to say fuck. Yeah, this is giving early high school, not late high school.
I smelled fine. My hair was still shiny from the shampoo it got the day before.
I will say, you don't always know if you smell fine.
It's true. And I was going to say, especially if you're starting to go through some changes.
Yeah.
But if I didn't shower, Mom and Dad would ground me again. An idea came to me. I grinned to myself as I entered my bathroom and turned the shower on.
Okay. Ensuite bathroom.
Yeah.
This bitch is spoiled.
She's spoiled.
This is me. This is who I am. I was so spoiled at this time.
And then I sat on the toilet, still fully clothed, and crossed my arms over my chest. Yeah, Mom, Dad, I'm taking a shower. Can't you hear the water going? Have you ever done when you were like a kid and they made you? I know this is so gross. Okay, when you were a kid and you had to wash your hands after going to the bathroom, did you ever like not want to do it, and so you just turn it on for a while?
I'm gonna tell you something embarrassing.
What?
That lasted into adulthood.
Okay, me too. I was just too scared to say anything.
It was like I was a grown adult before I was like, it is a service to myself and my community to wash my hands coming out of the bathroom.
Service to my country.
Yeah.
Okay. After a few moments, I stuck my head under the water for a second, just long enough to get it wet around the outside layer. And then
I'm like,
what's the point?
I'm saying this like it is my plan to steal the Declaration of Independence. Yeah. Like this is no one has ever thought of such a good plan.
I'm so clever.
And I'm immortalizing this like 5 years later. I did this. I had this. My mom will tell this story about how I pretended to take a shower. And she was like, you're such a dumbass. You obviously didn't. And I'm like, 5 years later, I'm like, that was so cool. I'm going to write that
down. Then I turned the water faucet off, put the fan on in the bathroom, and toweled my hair dry. I went into the closet, took off my black Led Zeppelin t-shirt and baggy boys jeans.
Remind you of anyone? Jasmine Speaks, perhaps?
Jasmine Speaks.
I've been wondering if Melissa's last name is also Speaks.
And put on a black Star Wars t-shirt and baggy girls jeans.
I had a really cool Star Wars t-shirt. It was a size like XL when I was like 130 pounds. And it was a lightsaber and it glowed in the dark.
Ooh, very really cool.
I glanced at the clock. 40 minutes until I could leave the Alcatraz of my room.
It seems like a really nice room.
I plopped back down on my stomach on the floor and rubbed my face in the soft, clean carpet. I'd rubbed my face in that carpet loads of times before, and I was beginning to get really bored with it. I wanted out. I think that was like a soothing thing.
It must have been.
I think I self-soothed. That's a blast from the past. I remember one thing I used to do in my room. I had like a beaded door curtain.
Oh, yeah. So cool.
And I used to be able to barely fit my head under it. So I would put my eyes right under the curtain and watch it just like kind of like wave a little bit.
Yeah.
That was one thing I did. I guess I rubbed my face in the carpet. I get it. I have a really big stuffed animal, Squishmallow these days. And I kind of, whenever I'm sad, I'm like, it's kind of the same kind of thing.
Yeah, totally.
I moved like a snake on my stomach over the floor to the door and opened it a crack. I couldn't hear anyone in Gabriel's room across the hallway, nor could I hear anyone down the hall. I opened it a bit more and peeped out. No one was on the stairs either. I opened my door a foot and stuck my head out. Finally, swiftly, I flung myself out into the hallway and buried my face in my arms. When no one yelled at me to get the hell back in my room, Melissa Lee Cohen, or the punishment will be doubled, I picked myself up on all fours and crept over to my parental's room. Parental unit.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Is that from also Jazz Confessions?
No, that's something that me and my friends, I think, said in high school. You obviously didn't.
I don't know. Maybe not.
It's like, these aren't my parents. They're my parental units. Everyone needs one. It's not my fault. The room was dark, so they were in bed already or not in there. I looked down at my glow up watch. Glow up. Glow in the dark? Glow up. Girl, if you're not showering, you're not going to have a glow up. 6:30 in the evening. It was too early in the year to be getting dark at 6:30. 6:30 on a Friday night. Mom and Dad were probably in the basement at the bar making drinks. Or at the neighbor's house making drinks. Okay, first of all, we had a bar in my basement that my parents intentionally did not finish, and they never, ever, ever used it.
Huh. Okay.
My parents were also winos. They didn't make
They weren't
drinks.
like cocktails.
Yeah, they weren't drink makers. Freedom. I couldn't believe my parents trusted me to keep myself confined to my room when I could so easily just leave. I pulled myself, stomach still flat on the ground, over the stairs. Why am I? It's like there's a sniper outside. I could see lights on in the kitchen. Maybe it was Mary Kay, my babysitter. That is a real name of a real babysitter. She lives in Richmond, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like if I saw her, I would not recognize her. How long has it been since I've had a babysitter?
How old was she when she babysat you?
Wow, she felt like she was 67, but I think she was in her 20s.
Wow.
I think she was in her 20s. I think she was in college.
Okay.
Maybe it was Mary Kay, my neighbor and babysitter, feeding Emma and helping Gabriel with his homework. If your parents are home, why? I'm so confused. Why is Mary Kay there? Keeping myself low to the ground, I peered over the top of the first step into the kitchen. I could hear voices low and serious. Mary Kay didn't know how to talk quietly. Okay, that was because she was babysitting 3 kids and was always screaming. Okay, that is not her fault. These were most likely my parentals talking. I quieted my breathing and strained my ears, making a mental note to run back to my room if I heard chairs moving. From the top of the stairs, all I could see of the kitchen was the pantry, which limited my interpretation of what they were talking about, but it also kept me hidden.
Meredith, my father urged. I'm sure it'll pass. But what if it doesn't? My mother's voice was higher than Dad's and less stable. But what if it doesn't?
I mean, that's probably true of a lot of hetero boomer couples.
Yeah.
The dad is like, don't worry. And the wife's like, no one will worry about me. Classic Mrs. Bennett. If I don't worry, who will?
Yes, it's very classic. What if we never get away from this? She'll grow out of it, hon. Dad said reassuringly.
Okay, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that would piss me the fuck off. Who will grow out of what? I wondered. I immediately
Layla rolled her eyes. She's 9, okay?
Okay.
Melissa Lee Cohen, which, by the way, my middle name is also Lee, but I spelled it differently.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. I spelled it Leigh. My middle name is Lea.
Lea, yeah.
Also, Cohen.
Jewish.
I'm saying Cohen. It's Cohen.
Cohen, yeah.
But I think as we've talked about, white girl, not spicy, exotified the Jewish part of my heritage.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
what
wow,
else are we going to do?
I could be totally spicy if I was a real Jew. If I was a real Jew. See, how could I make that reference if I wasn't a real Jew?
There you go.
Come on.
I immediately assumed they must have been talking about Emma, your younger sister, or was she older?
She was
surely younger.
I mean, okay, if I was 9, Ryan would have been 2.
He'll grow out of it.
Oh yeah, well that actually is probably terrible twos.
The terrible
that's totally
twos.
Reasonable.
Okay, she had taken to calling mom and dad by their first names lately.
Wait, I wonder if that's real.
Okay, if Ryan did that young, that's so funny.
Wait, I wonder if that's real because he was about 2 when we all called him Rai 100% of the time until one day he just was like, my name is Ryan. And we all were like, whoa, I didn't know you could form full sentences. So like he totally could have done that. But like imagine the nightmare of having a 2-year-old and your 9-year-old's acting like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oof, that's tough.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know I think I told you this, my niece Charlie, aka my bestie, she's 2, and she calls her mom Mama, and she calls her dad Bry. His name is Brian.
That's really
and
cute.
like, you can't get her to stop. I'll be like, you mean Dada? And she's like, no, Bry. She introduced them. That's how she introduced Santa to her parents. She's like, my mama, a Bry. It's like, this is mom's friend. He's like, I'm her dad.
That's really funny.
It's hilarious.
This is though, like, I'm like, wow, I was such a nightmare growing up. Like, maybe I don't want kids because they are really bad, but I'm like, I just know.
I've
I've
funny.
had these conversations. They are so funny. I've had these conversations with my mom before. I mean, my mom thinks she did a really good job. Obviously, I'm fine. I was raised loved. Okay.
She did the best she knew how.
She did the best she knew how. Exactly. I love my mother, but she's always like, oh, what would you do differently? And I'm like, I don't know. Give my kids one iota of autonomy, just even a little bit.
Yeah.
Listen to them when they're having problems instead of just constantly punishing them. I lived in a very my mom would like never agree with this, but I'm an adult and this is my perspective, you know?
Yeah.
My parents were very authoritarian. There was a lot of like, do this because I said so.
Yeah,
like
same.
Not like, hey babe, like what is going on? Why aren't you studying for anything? Like, why are you so mad all the none of that? Just like, your punishment will be doubled. Like a lot of like desperate authoritarianism without like any like something. I'm obviously not doing something right. It was always me, you know, like I was always doing something wrong. If your 9-year-old's acting up, that's a fucking parent's problem.
Yeah.
You know, like you're doing something wrong. So I did feel like, okay, like take a shower. And I'm like, I don't feel like I need to take a shower. I think a 9-year-old can maintain her own shower schedule for the most part, you know? Do it every other day. It's not that big a deal.
If it gets really out of hand, then maybe we have a discussion.
Yeah, but like I just totally, it's like, yeah, get her doing it on her own. So give her the autonomy. We shower every other day, right? Write it down somewhere. Like, are we showering?
Yeah, let's make a schedule.
Hey, I forgot, honey. Is tonight shower night for you? Oh, yeah, it is. I know, because it's my shower schedule. Like, I really hate to this I've always been very anti-authoritarian. Telling me to do something is like not the way to get me to do it. Okay, like if you're my friend, that's different. If you're a cop, it's over for you. I'm not doing that thing.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I comply.
Yeah, we America.
Oh my god, today in a little free library I picked up a handmade fuck ice pin.
Wow.
We love Richmond. I got a fuck ice pin, and then it was like a little cold and had snowed recently. We took one step away from the little free library and my boyfriend started to slip on some ice and he was like, oh fuck, ice. And, and he did not do it on purpose, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what my pin says.
That's awesome.
It was very
that's
funny.
The type of like it just happens. That joke just happens.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Can't force it.
Life is worth living, I think.
Life is worth living.
Okay. Geez, old people sure flip out about stupid stuff.
Wait, what are they flipping? Oh, the name thing.
Yeah, she still thinks they're talking about her 2-year-old sister.
I remembered Brian having to tell Santa I'm her dad. It's mommy's friend, Bri.
It's my mama. It's Bri.
Santa's like, that's cool.
It's fine. I don't care. I'm Santa.
I don't care. I'm Santa. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay.
I know. I love her. Okay. Drew, I don't know how much longer I can take it, Mom said.
Drew. I didn't know anyone named Drew back then.
Now you do.
Or Andrew. I got Drew's out the wazoo.
You got assaulted by Drew's. Ooh, let's take that back. Anyway, it started the second her birthday came along, and it hasn't left since. Tone down the drama, Mom, I thought. Emma will get over it.
I'm like, good for you, Mom. Yeah, she will get over it.
Yeah.
I bet Melissa's in for a rude awakening about what the subject actually is.
We shall see. It's just an awkward stage, I promise, Dad said. She's just looking for attention or trying some form of self-expression or something. Things like this don't last. She was such a good girl, Mom said, sniffling.
This is pretty good, like, ambiguous writing. It could be about anything.
Yeah, I like it. I felt like jumping down the steps into the kitchen and defending Emma to them. She still is a good girl, Mom.
She's a baby. She's literally 2. No parent is ever like, oh no, when will my 2-year-old
be more respectful?
Like, if my 2-year-old called me Tina, I'd be like, that's pretty funny.
Hilarious.
And I every time I said I'm her mom, it would be I would be getting a punchline in.
Exactly.
You know? Like,
yeah, you're like, I love a built-in joke.
It's like when me and Greer started dating, and he would be like, "Hey, this is my new girlfriend Christina. She's married to somebody else." When I was like, every time we loved it. We loved telling people that. People would be like, "Whoa,
wow,
okay.
that's a detail." She still is a good girl, Mom, I would have said. Chill out. Just because she calls you Meredith doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It is your name after all.
After all.
And she'll be a good girl again, Dad said reassuringly. Meredith, really, sooner or later, she'll realize she's just being ridiculous and come right out of this awkward phase. But, Drew, what if we're doing something wrong?
Yeah, you are. Sorry, but Mom, I'm speaking directly to you. You are. We're not. Of course we aren't, Meredith. Don't even think like that. Okay. Bad tone for a parent to be like, we've never been wrong.
Yeah.
She's just going through her awkward prepubescent phase like every other kid in the world. Or they will be soon. Wait a second. No way was Emma already prepubescent at age 2. My parents were crazy. Unless they weren't talking about Emma. Drew, if this is how she acts at age 9, how's she going to be when she's 16? Bad. She's going to be worse. Mom, I'm talking to you. She's got to be worse. They were talking about me. Jesus Christ, Mom and Dad were effing ridiculous. I slithered back into my room and shut the door quietly. Okay. Never would I ever have stopped listening at that point.
It's like, wait a second, it's about me.
Let me get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not going through a goddamn phase, I said out loud.
It's not a phase.
Rubbing my face into the carpet. I'm only acting funny because everything those dipshits do is completely ridiculous. And I did feel that way at this time. We had just gotten so much money. My mom was getting all kinds of cosmetic surgery. My dad was loudly being him, secretly cheating. Everything was wrong. I was like, none of these people know what life is about. And I still fucking maintain that. I was like, at that time, they gave me no substance in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They took me to the Bahamas, but they weren't like teaching me how to be a human being. Being like, wow, let's point out what's beautiful here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I took in a deep, slow breath and closed my eyes tight, shutting out all of the last bits of sunset and the glow from my computer in the corner. Now I had to do something to show Mom and Dad that I was effing serious. This was not a phase. This was the real deal. I reached up and grabbed the phone. Are you really going to do this? I asked myself out loud. I fingered the phone, thinking. Yes, I knew I had to. I dialed Zach's number. His mother picked up. I put on my polite, sweet little girl voice. Yes, hello, Mrs. Linton. Is Zach available? I'm making it so sexy.
Hello, Mrs. Linton.
Hello, Mrs. Linton. Is Zach available? I babysit this kid whom I love, who is 5 years old, who has a pretty serious speech impediment. Very normal. A lot of times they grow out of it, but Greer and I are constantly doing his voice to each other. Well, because his parents would never listen, maybe. His sister's name is Cordelia. So everything that comes out of his mouth is like, Cordelia. It's so cute. Oh, Melissa, how nice to hear from you, Mrs. Linton cooed. I haven't seen you in such a long time, not since Zach's end of summer party. Thank you for the exposition, Mrs. Linton. I wonder who this is. We'll see who this is.
Yeah. Is Zach home? Oh, yeah. Is Zach home?
Still the baby girl voice. Not baby girl, little boy. Little girl.
Yeah. He is, dear. He is. He's up in his room getting ready for his Boy Scout meeting.
Oh, I know
actually.
Who this is.
There you go.
Okay, this kid that this is based off of is my friend Alex.
Okay.
I say that I dated him. I say that he was my boyfriend. I don't think we were like officially boyfriend and girlfriend in 6th grade. But we definitely had like a thing. We liked each other and we went on like a couple dates. I vividly remember he took me to see Lord of the Rings: Two Towers in theater. I had no idea what Lord of the Rings was.
That's the first one I saw too.
We've definitely talked about this. And he was so fucking funny that it did. I mean, I don't remember feeling like that was an eternally long movie, but he was being so fucking funny. And I actually a couple days ago on my flight home from Tampa from my cruise, I ran into him in the Tampa airport.
Oh, right. Oh,
That's
that was him.
That's him. Yes, because I took a selfie with him. For my mommy, I always take selfies from. I'm like, Mom, look who I found in Tampa.
Yeah,
she's
they
like,
love that shit.
Who is that? But it's just so crazy that I met him when he was 8. I think 8.
That's crazy.
And now I run into him in the Tampa airport, and this is a man.
Yeah.
This is a businessman. Like, the men in my life are grown men. They're all very sexy. But, like, this guy, Alex specifically, is a businessman. My guy friends don't dress or act like him. They don't carry briefcases. They're not in a button down on a plane.
No.
So like this guy is a man. When he said, Christina, I was in Tampa. I looked right at him. He was looking right at me. And I said to myself, I probably heard him wrong because I do not know who that grown ass man is. And I just kept talking to my boyfriend. And he goes, Christina. He probably heard my fucking voice and was like, that's definitely her. And I was like, I literally said, yeah, who are you? And he said, Alex. And I was like, Alex, last name? And he was like, yeah. And all I said to him was, I'm in Tampa. And he was like, yeah. Anyway, it's so funny that he came up in this.
That is so crazy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mrs. Linton sat down the phone.
Well, because his last name is similar to Linton as well, and he also was a Boy Scout.
Jesus, I thought that's definitely you love using the Lord's name in vain in this.
Yeah, because I'm too scared to say fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, I thought.
Jesus Christ. I'm not religious, but it does have like the crispness of like a great swear.
I agree. It's very like aggressive.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it like sounds like something my dad would say when he's really mad.
In Hello from the Magic Tavern, that fantasy podcast I like right now, they are in a place that they made up called Pizza Hell.
Okay.
And you end up there if you take Jesus Crust's name in vain.
Stupid. Jesus, I thought. Zach is in Boy Scouts? I hadn't known that. Zach didn't act like a Boy Scout.
Okay, well, he did.
That could potentially have thrown off my whole plan. Okay.
Too good of a boy.
Too good of a boy.
He was a loud Boy Scout.
I have a question about what I'm about to read next.
Okay.
Hey. Hello, Melissa? Zach's Ponticello voice came.
What? I don't know
Explain yourself.
I don't know what that word means.
Okay, will it do the thing where it like thesauruses it if I do this?
Maybe here, click with 2 fingies. Do any of those say?
Did you make that up?
Going to Google.
Ponticello.
Where the fuck would I have gotten that word from? I do not know what it means today. Okay, it's a noun. A change in register in the voice as of a boy at puberty. A voice break. So his voice... That is crazy.
I think you probably looked it up. You were like, what's a word for like a boy with like a voice that cracks?
Wow. Wowie wowie.
Wow.
Maui wowie.
Hello, Melissa? Zach's.
Nice. Very well done. Does Jason's voice ever still crack from time to time?
Not really.
He doesn't maybe get loud enough for it to crack.
I think if he did, it would. But I remember it did when we were like in college sometimes.
Yeah. His testes have fully descended.
Yeah. He was only voice 20.
Gru's voice still cracks from time to time.
Aww. It reminds me of Finn from Adventure Time. His voice is always cracking when he's screaming. It's so cute.
He's the sweetest boy.
I love. We're rewatching Adventure Time for the 9,000th time, and it's
Oh my
so
God,
charming and
nothing
good.
makes me feel happier than watching Adventure Time.
Agreed.
It's
just
so sweet.
I feel like one of the most creative cartoons ever.
I totally agree. And
invented.
like, it's really, really weird without ever being like uncomfortable.
Agreed.
We've been talking about this in the Discord, like Courage the Cowardly Dog. They're doing a best cartoon dogs bracket in the Discord.
Oh, cool.
And people are saying Jake is too human like to win. And I'm like, I'll fucking kill every one of you in your sleep.
Jake wins.
But
Absolutely.
everyone's talking about Courage the Cowardly Dog. And I'm like, I fucking hate that guy.
I got
Too
John.
gross.
Yeah, I got John DiMaggio to sign a picture of Jake for me at a Comic-Con. He was like, is something like Jake would say, like, "Hey, Leela, best friends, something."
Mathematical.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's
I love them. Oh my God.
super sweetheart.
And he's a good husband and a good father.
Yeah, I
Well,
love
he's
that.
not a good father, but his kids don't need him.
It's fine. Okay.
Ponticello.
Oh my God, Ponticello really took us on a journey.
That's so crazy.
I'm just gonna like try to slip that into a conversation with Jason and just watch the life drain from his eyes. Zach's Ponticello voice came. Yeah, hi Zach. I said, okay, listen, are you still like, in love with me and stuff?
Oh my God.
Zach,
Yeah.
Zach hesitated. Sure, I guess.
Sixth grade.
or
Wait,
not.
Fourth grade?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Sure, I guess. Or not. Why?
Panic. Oh my God, this is such a silly exchange.
I need a boyfriend. Can I come over?
Oh my God, how am I gonna get over there?
I don't know. Maybe he's a neighbor?
Not in real life.
Zach thought for a moment and then said slowly, well, I have this Boy Scout meeting to go to. You can come to that if you want. I let out a long sigh. This had better be worth it, I said to myself.
This is how I meet David. The Boy Scout event that I go to. Yes. This didn't happen. I didn't call Alex and be like, you need a girlfriend?
Yeah,
I think I
that's
was there with
crazy.
my own brothers.
Okay. This had better be worth it, I thought to myself. Sure, pick me up, okay? I guess
have your mom pick me up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. And then the line went dead.
Maybe I did go with him. Maybe my brothers weren't there. I'll ask if my mom remembers.
Okay. A few minutes later, waiting on the floor of the hallway. This bitch always on the floor. She still hasn't gotten up.
She slithered.
I heard a honk outside and I knew it was Zach and his brother and his mom. Oh, maybe his older brother?
His brother was quite older.
Okay.
When we were 11, we were seeing each other. His brother was, I think, 17. He could definitely drive.
Okay. So cool. I bolted down the stairs, grabbed my big black jacket, and called, "Sorry, Mom," as she watched me speed through the kitchen. I'm going to a Boy Scout meeting.
Oh, that's such a stupid flex. Such a stupid flex. Fuck off, Mom. I'm going to Boy Scouts.
And then I heard my mother say as I shut the front door, "Jesus, Andrew, she's too much of a tomboy already. She's not signing up for Boy Scouts."
That is an actual quote.
Do you think like maybe she might have wondered who paid for that, or if she thinks that she was signing up for Boy Scouts?
Okay, I asked my mom if I could sign up for Boy Scouts, and her exact words were, "You are too weird already." My parents, this is another thing I would never, ever, ever fucking do to my kid. My parents would totally used to get on me for being weird.
Yeah.
They were like, "You are weird. And it is making us uncomfortable."
Wow.
Like, I used to dress pretty flamboyantly. A lot of like 70s inspired, like big old skirts and like so much jewelry, like fucking 600 necklaces every day. Like, but I was like 15.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be figuring out what to do when you're 15. And I remember for some reason, my mom used to send my dad in to do emotional labor that he was not equipped for. And he was like, you can be unique inside without being so unique on the outside. Can you fucking believe that?
That's crazy.
That's the kind of thing where if I told my mom that today, she would be like, "We never did that.
We would never
but
do that."
It is singed into my brain.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay, last page. Maybe.
It goes on because we have to meet Ethan. We can totally stop though.
Okay.
You want to stop for now?
Yeah, probs should.
Yeah, we've been going. I thought it would end quickly, but this is like a long flashback.
Jazz's Confessions Part 18.
Part 18. Okay, so we have covered 13 out of 239 pages.
Okay. We have a lot more content, guys.
I've had a great time.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think so far?
It's great. It's definitely reminding me of Jazz's Confessions.
If you bought this book off the shelf and this is what was inside, what would you paid $18.99 for it? What would you think?
$18.99. Let's go down a little bit.
That's how much books cost these days.
Oh, okay. I would say.
Would you keep reading it right now, or would you have DNF'd it?
I would
not finish.
I might DNF. I'm not really into reading.
Oh, you don't like YA?
Yeah.
This is very YA.
I like I like to read books about grown-ups when I can.
For the most part, you like Secret Garden.
I do love Secret Garden.
It's classic.
Yeah. But I just don't. I mean, it's not bad. It's interesting. If it's 213 pages, I might just fucking read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's 239 pages.
39
or whatever
pages.
I said.
Whatever.
Yeah. So far, a lot of laughing at myself. That's my favorite part of this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I was just like a really angry, misunderstood girl. It's true. But I also had no idea how to express myself. So,
well, I mean, and no offense to your parents, but yeah, it's not like they really helped you with that.
I agree. To this very day, I agree that like they were like a certain kind of parent in a certain kind of place in a certain income bracket. And they just like could not figure out why I like did why that wasn't perfectly vibing for me all the time.
Yeah. I mean, like my parents also had a lot of problems, but my mom, in terms of me and my sister especially, we are very in touch with our feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Me way more than Josie. She's got her shit together. But like my mom, big crier. She'll cry at a Hallmark commercial. She'll cry at anything, and she'll cry talking about how much she loves us, to the point that it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
it's like nothing is none of us are dying.
So like that I learned. Now my brothers, no,
of course they're men,
and every man in my family has like real anger issues. And I'm not saying I don't, we all have a bit deep within, but like my brothers like can't handle being joked on. They like can't handle.
That's not fun at all.
It's not. So versus like, I get it, I'm fine. I mean, like for the most part.
You can take a joke anyway.
Yeah.
What's life about if not roasting yourself?
You have to learn how to roast yourself, which is
because like
the motto of this pod, really.
The only way you will never be roasted is if you roast yourself.
And I think I discovered that like way early on.
You have to be the first one to say I'm a dumb bitch.
Like as a defense mechanism initially.
Yeah.
Like if I like call out how like dumb I am, then like it won't hurt if someone else does it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or like other things too. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking chatty loud bitch. Sorry. What are you gonna say? I talk too much?
Yeah. I'd be like,
I do, idiot.
There's also like I eat so much, can I has hamburger or whatever, you know, like that.
Oh my god.
Aspect too.
I'm a fat bitch too. I'm a fat mouthy.
And then I'd be like, if you call me fat, I might not cry, you know.
Yeah. I feel you. We forgot to play this last episode, but that is okay because it didn't really apply to our textbook or learning lesson.
You're right.
Do you think insert your own title here is horny, sad, or just plain bad?
Sad.
In what way?
Sad about the emotional stuntedness and your parents' contribution to that. Yeah,
I think it's sad looking back upon myself.
So far my favorite part is the slithering.
I hope I continue to slither. I also think it's sad because all my friends just stay moving away, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
what the hell?
All my friends are moving. All right. Well, look forward to parts 2 through 47 of Insert Your Own Title here, which, by the way, that's in brackets. Insert Your Own Title here is in brackets, you know? So I just wanted to make that clear.
Okay.
And maybe we'll title it ourselves.
Oh, okay.
At the end.
All right.
If we ever get to the end.
Melissa's Confessions.
That's it for Burn Before Reading.
Until next week, remember,
your cringe is part of you.
But don't worry, just slither on by. Thanks for listening to Burn Before Reading.
Created by me, Christina Kann.
Hosted and produced by Christina Kann and me, Leela Hilton.
Logo designed by Michael Hardison. Follow him on Instagram at RoyGBivRVA or check out his work at wildlingpress.com.
Theme music by Sakura Wishes.
Find me online at Christina Kann.
And find me at Leels for Reels.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and Tumblr at BurnBeforePod.
Or feel free to give us an email at burnbeforepod@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening, friends.
See you next time.